We are just inside the Beltway, about 10 miles east of the Capitol Dome as we come to you from FedEx Field here in Landover.
And they love their football in this part of the country, and this crowd is ready to go as their guys will match up
with Dak Prescott and the Dallas Cowboys.
Greg Zuerlein to kick off for Dallas.
Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports.
Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
It's over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
On 1st down, Gibson. And flags come in as he gets forward for about 3 yards. Now let's check on the call. Can see this quite a bit on running plays with the guys out wide. A lot of times, though, it doesn't get caught.
You're exactly right, because it's away from the play usually, so a lot of it goes undetected. But I know this will surprise you. I coach some receivers in the offseason. We work a lot on hand placement and blocking downfield. Might want to take that course.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Anthony Brown.
And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. That's kind of a double whammy. I mean, the interception on the opening drive, that's one thing. But to give him this field position, that's another.
Absolutely perfect start for this defense. They take the ball away on the opening possession. They know that their offense will get the ball to start the second half. They line them up in field goal position, and to me, they got a chance for a touchdown right here out of the gate.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
The 34-yard line.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Out of the gun, here's Prescott.
Able to hit his target, Lamb.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 11 yards there, 1st down.
Well, remember, they tried to give him the ball and let him run on the last play, but I think the light bulb went off in their play caller's mind, and this time they get it to him the more conventional way, and it's much more successful as well.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 11 yards there, just like last play. A tough run by Ezekiel Elliott, the 4th overall pick in the 2016 draft.
If you watch tape of him in college, you saw plenty of those runs, because I know the highlights show.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. Dalton Schultz, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Cowboys have taken the early lead. And this is up and good to make it 7-0 Cowboys.
The score, Cowboys 7. Washington.
Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away.
Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll.
Not the start that they were hoping for. The interception on the first play of the game. It leads to 6 points the other way. How do you rebound from here?
Yeah, a little bit of humor. Got to laugh that one off, and not the ha-ha, that was very funny, but kind of like, can you believe that just happened? Let's go out and play now. Let's just start over.
8 yards the tally on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 2.
McDonald.
That's caught by Penny. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 14 on that one and a 1st down.
It's interesting because when I'm watching college football and I'm evaluating guys for the draft now, my list of fullbacks, pure fullbacks, it's a very short list. I'm probably evaluating more punters and kickers now than I am fullbacks, but it doesn't matter what you call a position, it's who you put there, and there we saw completion.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
A CD, so often we talk about quarterbacks holding on to the ball too long. Well, we can't say that there. He had no time to do much of anything.
And it appears that this was just a letdown from the offensive line, but they do have a tough job because if you're a big tackle out there on the perimeter, sometimes you don't have the agility to keep up with the defensive end who's looking to wreak havoc in the backfield, and he got there and put his man on the ground.
He's going to take off with it. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's third down.
Dalvin Tomlinson on the tackle. Brings up third down.
From the gun, it's McDonald.
That'll be caught. It's Steven Sims. And he'll take this to the 47, but no further as they get him down well short of the line to gain. It'll be a gain of 12, but it will also lead to fourth down.
Here's the Pro Bowl punter Tress Way on to punt for Washington.
As he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. Amari Cooper, his intended receiver, but it's going to be 2nd down.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
On 2nd down, Prescott again. And he's got Ezekiel Elliott. Breaks the tackle, he's got room to run. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run. Just the first quarter of a tackling going to be so important going forward. They've got to limit plays like that.
And that's something when you see it happen early in the game and they don't get him on the ground, you can always tell that they were concerned about it going in. Because I can just tell you from my days, I remember being in college and worrying all off-season about our season opener opponent, and they had a receiver that could shake and bend.
And that's caught inside the 30. And he's a long ways into Washington territory before hitting the turf. A big pickup of 38. Now, we know this offense has the potential to strike quickly, and they just bit off 2 huge plays on back-to-back snaps.
So on the other side of the ball, you've got to go Band of Brothers thought process. No one left behind. No pointing fingers, no accusations. Because if you don't, those quick strikes we just saw, they become long-lasting.
They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. Here's Elliott. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthink it. Just hand it to the old reliable guy. Let him pick up the 1st down.
Now Elliott. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3.
To give to Ezekiel Elliott. Tackle made at the 5-yard line. A gain of 3. Brings up 2nd and goal.
After 7-0 on EA Sports.
Cowboys 7, Washington nothing.
A line of scrimmage once again the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal. They'll run with Elliott. And he will take it in for a Cowboy score.
Touchdown.
Ezekiel Elliott His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Cowboys will add on to their lead.
There's not much that's perfect in football, but that's about as close to it as you're going to get. Score, force a punt, score again.
And both drives were impressive. The opening drive was, that last one was. Now on the other side, though, what's your psyche? You're really behind the 8 ball.
You got to make sure you just hold in there. Survive the early storm, relax a little bit, and try and get back to your game plan. It's way too early for panic.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Gibson. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
To throw on 2nd down. McDonald, nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And this is going to be brought back for a fumble return touchdown by the Cowboys. This first half has been a nightmare for that offense. Defense just dominating them.
And when you're picking up the ball, picking up their mistakes, and taking it the other way and putting it in the end zone, that's a defense's dream. They're having that type of a game.
Everything that can go wrong has gone wrong for this offensive unit. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
And in just about every game we see, partner, what do we do when we look at the stat sheet? We go right to
the turnover differential.
Without a doubt, because when we see that, that pretty much tells the tale of the game. And I know there's still plenty of time to go, but you've got to take care of the football in order to win it.
Steven Sims, the intended receiver. And now it's 2nd down. Throwing again. McDonald. And a sideline pass. That's caught by Thomas. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. 15 yards on the play. 1st down.
When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
On 1st and 10, McDonald. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Out of the gun, McDonald. Over the middle, it's Thomas. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
That's a nice catch there. Remember, he had the fumble earlier. No way he was giving up the ball in that situation. Secured it tight to his body and picks up the 1st down.
To the right side and complete to Thomas. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion.
At the Cowboys' 16-yard line.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. From the gun, McDonald escaping the pressure right. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep two eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting two hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2. Operating from the gun, McDonald. And that is going to be incomplete.
Washington goes for it, but it does not pan out.
And the Cowboys defense is going to get them the football back. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They are clicking on all cylinders. They seem to be just scoring at will right now, and that's why they've opened up this big lead.
Now, we always talk about getting into the zone, and all athletes are seeking that, aren't they? But everything is working for them. Every move they make works. It clicks, and they are on point right now.
Yeah, they are in that zone that you're talking about. Dak dropping this one off for Zeke. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. The linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 42. And they will finally run him down, but not until he brings this one all the way back down inside the 10-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
Suddenly, it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run, and just lost track, and it cost him.
From the gun, McDonald. And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. Steven Sims Jr., his 3rd touchdown now on the year.
And Washington able to cut into that deficit.
Is good.
That seemed like a much-needed touchdown after 21 unanswered points to start the game.
It's not often that you equate a football game to a golf tournament, but it's like you don't want to shoot yourself out of the tournament too early. So they needed that touchdown to make sure that they got an opportunity to not just get back into this game, but a chance to win it later if they continue to play well.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
That one good for a 1st down pickup of 18 yards. 2 minutes remaining in this 1st half of football.
And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. A really good pickup of 28 yards. Well, we know he's got the speed there. He needed the speed and the hands. A great catch.
And because of that speed, you have to respect it as a defender. So you have to either play off or make sure you're somehow in contact with him, and he's able to do exactly what you said. Use the speed to his advantage and go up and get the football. That's a big-time play right there.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Here's Prescott. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
So that's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks, they just tell the ball boy, get that one out of the rotation, give me a fresh ball, and let's go. He's got his offense moving again.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Prescott. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. 2 first-half touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further.
They have really had their way so far in the first half, but they wanted to continue to build on their lead. They know that no lead is safe in this league, so they decided to try their best to get one more as they headed into the half, and they got it done.
Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds.
And he will go down. A Cowboys sack.
Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts.
As they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Operating from the gun, McDonald. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Now Washington going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts. As it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. On first down, McDonald. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
And all this is taken in one-handed. What a catch. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
McDonald sets to throw.
Flushed out right. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock.
Thrown away and incomplete.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. To throw again, McDonald. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down.
Brings up a 3rd down and 10 yards to go.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. A final shot before break. McDonald. And he finds McLaurin. And they can't bring him down. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 23. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach! The Cowboys will get the football first here, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in quarter 3. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now defensively, you've almost got to get down to those starters blocks like you're a sprinter. Get lower than those guys on offense and find a way to roar through them or around them to get into the face of the passer.
Easier said than done, though.
Way easier said than done. But they've got to try something because right now they're just cutting them to shreds.
They go to Elliott again. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. 7 yards there and a first down.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
Now a play fake here on first down. He finds his target. It's Schultz. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. 25 yards that time. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
A first down carry by Elliott. And he'll get this down to about the 30, 31-yard line. Tim Settle, the Virginia Tech Hokie, in there on the stop.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a third and about 4 more for first.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Prescott from the gun on third. Cooper's got it. And they'll get this down to the 10. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
It's a gain of 7.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter.
And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott with touchdown number 3 in the game and 6 on the year. And the Cowboys will extend their lead. Zerline connects on the extra point, and that'll increase their lead to 28. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away.
That'll be taken about a yard deep. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback.
25-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. McDonald. Catch here, left side, Thomas. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 22 yards there, a first down.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball in the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Looking to go back to Thomas again, but it'll be 2nd down. Throwing again. McDonald. And now he'll tuck it and run. He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 3rd and 2.
From the gun, McDonald eluding the pressure right. fights off the defender. Hit as he throws. He lost the football. It's loose. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. A little careless with the football, and he also had a fumble loss last week, didn't he?
He certainly did, and when I'm watching him play, the one thing that comes to mind is always remember, traffic, turbulence, people around you, two hands. Get two hands on the ball. Grip it tight. I know it looks cool to have it in one hand. Put it away, tuck it away, because you've got to take care of the ball.
Give them 15 there, and the Cowboys have a first. They keep on the ground with Elliott. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
So the screen good for only 2. Now it's third down.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed. But all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
Well, we can talk about it like it's just a basic route, but how about the timing on this one? Lined up on the right, runs a deep in route, and how about the throw?
And he will fight his way into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Taking it in from a yard out, and the Cowboys continue to pour it on. And let's not forget he had the receiving touchdown earlier. Now a trio of rushing touchdowns. Quite a performance.
Diversification. That's all you can talk about. His ability to do everything leaves him on the field on every down on offense because you can hand it to him as we've seen. But just say 3 rushing touchdowns and, of course, throw it to him where he's caught 1 as well.
Takes over first and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
Throwing on first down. McDonald. Flush to his right. The throw taken in by Sims. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. They go play action with McDonald. Short throw to the tight end Thomas. And now the ball's out. Fumbled near midfield. Second time he's fumbled in this game. Fortunate for him, this one goes out of bounds.
And the key for him now is how much equity have you built up with your coaching staff? How much equity have you built up with your team to continue to get opportunities? Fortunate that one went out of bounds. Saved him from a turnover.
He'll let it go deep for Foster. And now another turnover as this one's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Reed. And he is all the way up past the 25. CD, this defense, man, at this rate, they're just having fun out there right now.
And normally with this type of a lead, if you're a starter on defense, you're saying, hey, let the other guys play. But with this going on, no one wants to come out of the game. They all want their shot at picking off a pass.
And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead. But I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it downfield.
And he's able to hook up with Michael Gallup. And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. A Cowboy first down there. Prescott to Gallup.
They go back to Elliott. He's been busy. And he works his way forward for about 4 up to the midfield stripe.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And a Cowboy first down.
A 20th carry here for Elliott. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to, and it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They think they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. Well, this has been a good march down the field, but now they're stuck looking at a 2nd and 14. They'll try to throw down. Prescott. Got an open man, the tight end, Jarwin. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. 18 yards that time to push him up, 1st and goal. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era, and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care.
And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Is it okay if I break one of our rules, partner, which is to never call a game over until it's over? Because this certainly feels like it's over after that drive.
Yeah, that was spirit-crushing, wasn't it? And now you just kind of felt the air go out of the balloon.
Yeah, they were fighting so hard to stay in there, and they knew they had to stop them on that drive. But when they were unable to, I think you're exactly right. You could see them sag on their sideline, and I think this one might just be over.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays.
Now the ball comes loose. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, you'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. The drive starts with a completion, left side. Still on his feet. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. 11 yards and a Cowboy first down.
First down, Dallas.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here, 1st and 10. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Now it's a bootleg with Prescott. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown. They seemingly just continue to score at will. And as great as it's been for the offense, you got to feel for that defense down there.
I love how you use the word will, because both teams came into the game with the will to win. But one team has obviously imposed its will on the other and broken them. Because what we're seeing right now, wow, that's a defense that's in tatters after what they faced in this ball game.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And just looking ahead, it would appear that that bye week is coming at the right time. They'll have 2 weeks to chew on this one, though probably not one that they want to chew on. A poor performance from start to finish.
He's going to take off with it. He'll have a first down. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
Here's McDonald to throw.
Dalvin Tomlinson able to record his 5th sack of the season. And you hate to say it with a rookie quarterback. He's done some good things, but overall, looked a little bit overwhelmed back there, hasn't he?
He certainly has. But in his defense, he hasn't had a lot of time to throw the football. You like the way I said that? In his defense.
In his defense, I got it.
You see what I did there?
Yeah, he needs better protection, that's for sure. And he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position, couldn't hold on, 3rd down. Operating from the gun, McDonald looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. They get a big amount back, 18 yards, but they'll still look at a 4th down now. Well, the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. He's going to let it fly. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made.
And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts.
As the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. And this is caught. Well, they get one back. Picking up the late touchdown here, but still down big.
He was on point throwing the ball right there. He had the big play to get him down close, and then he delivers a touchdown pass on 1st and goal.
And you mentioned the big play that got him down close. I think that big play left him reeling a little bit. They didn't recover from it. And you know they always talk about having to have a short memory on defense after a big play against you. Looks like the memory was a little too long there.
Great job by the kick team there to get the football, but also don't forget about the man that started it, the lonesome kicker himself.
I love that you brought him into it because he doesn't get nearly the attention he deserves. Oftentimes it's only when it's negative. In this case, he created a positive play for his team.
On 1st and 10, McDonald. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. Incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now.
Intended for Terry McLaurin. Incomplete. It leads to 2nd and 10.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. To throw again, McDonald. And he'll find McLaurin this time as that's complete. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 11 yards there, 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. Clearly wasn't outside of the tackle box. There's your penalty.
And accompanying that penalty, a loss of down.
A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory, and the defensive guys